tone zone here. I've moved into a different space, so hopefully this might be a little bit lighter to do the class with. Okay, just wait another minute or so. So if you want to go and grab yourself some water, weights if you've got them, a chair, that would be handy. So if you just grab those few bits and pieces, we will get ready to start. We'll just give it another 30 seconds or so, minute, just to get people, see if anyone else wants to join us. So just find your bits and pieces. I've got a chair here, so if you've got one, that's handy. Water and weights. Okay. All right, so we'll just give it a few more moments. So just get yourself settled and we will get ready to start in a moment. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, so I'll just read out the little piece before we get started. So just to note that the following workout is intended for fit and healthy participants with no pre-existing medical conditions or injuries. It is not recommended for people with pre-existing conditions or injuries. Extra care must be taken with online workouts to listen to your body and stop immediately if you feel any pain, discomfort or ill health. Participation is at your own risk. Okay, so just to reinforce that, just go steady. Anything that you struggle with exercise wise, it is a more low impact workout, particularly today. Haven't got any jumping around going in at all today, so we've got a little bit of work through the waist. The floor work we're not going to take to the floor. I'm going to do it standing today just to mix it up a little bit, and just because not everybody gets to the floor as easily as others, so I thought we'll do some of those exercises standing so that it works for everybody. Okay, got your water to hand, weights if you want to use them, just light weights, and we will start moving. So let's just start gently marching through the legs, a little bit of work through the arms. That's it. So the tone zone class is really designed for a lower level, so not really high cardio or anything at all. It's more just a toning class, just gentle through the joints. So suitable for everybody really. Okay, so you work it how you want. So with the marching, if you want to take that into a light jog, then do so. Okay, you work it how you feel the benefit is for you. Okay, let's just start bringing that knee up and up and up, up. So we're just tapping that knee in front. It's a little bit colder out there today. That's why I've had to put my sweatshirt on. I'm too chilly today. That's it, knee up in front. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the legs a little bit wider. Let's warm the shoulders. And round, and round, and round. One more going back, and we're going to take them forward. So really exaggerate this move. Just trying to get loosened up through the shoulders, through the top of the back. That's it. Now tap forward and forward, forward. So as I say, we're not doing any jumping today. We're just going to keep it at a steady pace and maybe a little bit more of a stretch going on with it today. So we're tapping that toe, forward, forward, pointing that toe. We're going to start taking it to the heel and heel, 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 heel. That's it. So when you're doing these classes, and if you're doing other classes that we're running at the moment, if you put a nice little thumbs up at the end of the class, every class that you do, you will go into a draw to get a PT session, online PT session. So just any of the classes that you do, remember to put a little thumbs up at the end so that we know that you've taken part in the class. and then Simone will enter you into the draw to win PT sessions. Okay, so try to remember, I'll try and remind you at the end. And then marching it through. March that through. That's it. So just another thing to keep you busy. Okay, take those feet to a stop, and now circling round. Now I've got a lower ceiling in here, so I've got I'm at the end of the garden and the ceiling slopes, so my arms can't quite reach up the top. If I bend the knees, I'll get a little bit more round and round. Change direction, bring it forward and forward. So that's it, really scooping it round. Scoop, scoop, that's it. In 3 and 2 and 1, and rest those arms down. Okay, just have a little shake of the arms and legs. We'll start getting into the class now. So we're going to start warming through the back though, just for the first move. So I want to do forward bends. So I want your feet hip width apart. Now you can have a slight bend in the knees, which makes it a little bit easier through the back, or if you are quite flexible, you can have the legs straight. We're going to start by tucking that chin and walking our hands down towards the shins, rounding off the back, and then we're going to pull it back up. We're going to try and keep our hips from pushing backwards too much, so we're just folding it forward, curving through that back and bringing it up. I'm going to go on the side here so you can see. So we're tucking that chin, we're rolling. Now each time we go down, we're going to try to go that little bit lower. And the last thing that comes up is the chin. The first thing to go down is tucking the chin, roll it through. So we're trying to get a little bit lower each time. This is a really good work through the back of the legs and through the spine. We're rolling it over, trying to get that little bit lower. And come up. That's it. So if this coming up and down makes you feel a little bit dizzy, then don't go quite so low. You can just, if you struggle with that, you can keep your eye gaze forward and just do a small reach forward and up so that your eyes stay steady. Okay, some people coming from keep continually going up and down can make them a little bit dizzy. So if it does, just modify it a little bit. And down, bring that up. Let's go for one more here. And forward. And bringing that up. Chin comes up, our face round again. We're going to go into a side bend and down the side of that leg. So very slight bend in the knee here. Your tummy's drawn in, so you're trying to pull that belly button back towards your spine. Your shoulders are trying to come down towards your rib cage. So we're relaxed through that shoulder. We're following the seam on the side of our leggings or just down the middle side of the leg. So we're reaching. I'm on the clock here on this one, so we're going to keep reaching. So at that lowest point, really try to work it out of this waist. Breathing out as you take it over. And one more on this side. We're going to swap sides, so over. So only go as low as you can by keeping the hips forward, the knees forward, so it is just make sure it is a side bend. Don't try to come forward with it at all or twisting. You're just working on this side. The belly button's drawn back towards the spine and you breathing. And that's it, good. So really lengthening, almost done here. Let's go for one more. Reach and bring that in, good. Taking the feet a little bit wider. Toes are pointing out slightly. We're going to come through. We can take your weight actually. If you want to take one of your weights, you can, to give you something to work with, or a tin of food or whatever it is you've got. If not, you just clasp your fists. You don't actually need weights. Okay, we're going to bend the knees, take it through between our legs, and we're going to reach it up as we straighten through the legs. Keep it in your eye gaze. Don't take it back, because you'll have tendency to try and start arching your back, which we don't want. This is about trying to drive the hips forward, slight squeeze through your bottom, okay, as you take the legs straight. So we bend the knees are coming out over our toes, so we bend and we reach up, and bend and straighten as we pull those hips forward, up and down. So don't forget about the tummy, that's it. And lift. I'm going to go on the clock here on this, so we're going to go another 30 seconds on this, driving up. So you breathe out as you, and breathe in, and up, there, and up, good. So just keeping this going. So this would be similar to a kettlebell swing if you were using a bigger weight. So we're just driving through the hips. Let's go for one more. Up and rest it down. Bring that foot in. Good. You can take the weight down. Leave the weight to one side. Little shake of the legs. We're going to do small circles now with the legs. We're going to start off first just tapping. The leg that's supporting you has a slight bend in it. Shoulders down, tummy's in. Okay, so with this other leg, we're going to start off pointing forward, pointing out, pointing behind, and then flex that foot as you bring it through. Tap, tap, tap. Flex it through. Point, point, point. Flex it through. Point, point, point. Flex as it comes through. Now, if you're quite comfortable with that, I'm going to start with the clock again now. We can do small circles. Flex and point. Flex and point. If you need to hold on to a chair for balance here, then you can. Try and keep the body upright. If you want to stay with the tapping, stay with the tapping. We've got another 2 here. Last one. And we're going to reverse it now. So you can take that leg down, give the other leg a little bit of a shake, because this leg does get tired, the supporting leg. So we go into it again. So slight bend on this supporting leg. Tummy's drawn in, shoulders down. Okay, we're going to reverse this now. So we're going to tap backwards. So we're going to tap, tap, tap. Flex to bring it through. Point, point, point. Flex that foot. Point. So we're tapping it through. Now the same again now. So if you're able to do or want to do the circles, that's it. Flatten it, pointing it round, and flex to come through. Point and flex to come through. So hold on to that chair if you need to. Just try and keep the body upright. That's it, good. Let's go for 2 more in this direction. Last one, and relax that off. Just go into a little march here, because you'll start feeling it on that supporting leg. So marching that off, we've got to change sides. So slight bend in that leg that's supporting you. So we're going on to the other side now. Tummy's in, shoulders drawn down, tapping that foot forward first. So tap, 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 and flex that foot, pointing for the tapping. We flex it to get through. Point, 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 and through. Point, point, point. Now again, if you're happy to start taking that foot up and circling, we're going to go on the clock now to do the circles round, flexing it as it comes through. Point and flex, point and flex. If you want to stay with the tap, then stay with the tap. If you need to hold onto your chair for support, just try and keep the body upright. We're on the clock here, and round. We've got 2 more in this direction. Last one, and then we're going to take that leg down, just walk it off for a moment. We're going to take it round the other way, so we're going to start tapping back first. So again, supporting leg, slight bend, other leg point and tap back, and out, and front, flex through. Point, tap, tap, and back. Point, tap, tap, and back. Point, tap, tap. Don't forget about this tummy. We want to be trying to pull that back towards our spine the whole time. And back. So remember, now we can start circling. So if you're happy to start circling, so flex and point, flex and point. So I'm back on the clock now with this, because obviously if we're tapping, it takes a bit longer to get round in that circle. So if I do the clock, you don't have to worry about my counting through, because the speed is going to be slightly different. If you need to come off this at any time, do, because that supporting leg can get tired. And through. Go 2 more. And through. Last one. And rest that off. Let's march that through. We're just going to walk these legs off now for 30 seconds. Just to let them just release up the back of the legs there, where you're probably feeling that. That's it, good. Another 15 seconds, just walking this off, or a light jog, whichever works for you, and then we will get some water. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, little shake, and grab some water. Good job, well done. Okay. We'll get some arms in now. So if you have light weights, grab them now. If you've got little tins of food, take those. If not, just pretend you've got a weight in your hand. So a little fist there, and that will be enough to work with. You don't need weights. They're just an added extra. If you have got them to hand, you may as well use them. Okay, so we're going to do a lateral raise to the side here. Again, the first thing we need to think about with this is lifting that arm out to the side, but only as high as we can, keeping this shoulder down. Okay, we don't want to be hugging the shoulder up towards the ear. We want to keep as much gap between your shoulder and the ear as possible. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a big lift. Just shoulders down, tummies in, bending through the knees, so you're not going to arch through the back. You're nicely supported. Arms to the side, and take it out, out, and out. So we're going to go 1 minute on these. So if you get tired and you want to drop your weights down, or you need to just stop and do some shoulder rolls, little shoulder shrugs, just shaking off the arms, then do. So try to breathe out as you lift the arms. That's it, up and down. So this can get quite tiring through the shoulders. So you can do as many as you can. You could count 10s, rest, 10, rest. You don't have to do them all in one hit. That's it. I'll count down when we get to the last 10 seconds. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll those shoulders back. Good. Okay. All right, we're going to take both weights into one hand if you can, or just drop one of the weights. We're going to take this over towards the knee and pull that back like a rowing action. Okay, so don't twist back. It's just a straight, imagine a straight line here, and the elbows in line with your ear. Okay, so we're not twisting backwards. Okay, so we're going to step out on our right leg. Weights are going to go to the knee, and then we draw up and down, and 2 and down, 3 and back, 4 and 5. If you can't go that high, 6, just pull it lower, and 7 and 8, 9 and 10. We're going to change sides, so change those weights over, either 1 or 2 weights or without. Okay, so starting feet wide, taking one knee bent, weights to the knee, and pull, and back, and 2, and back, 3, and 4, 5. Again, if you don't need to do it quite so high. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest that off. March that through with a little push forward with these weights. Pushing that through. We'll go 15 seconds. Marching that out. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And standing, drop the weights to one side. Okay, just a little shake of the arms. Slight bend in the knee. Tummy's drawn in, shoulders down. We're going to rotate through the waist. So we're going to bring the hands in front, one on top of the other. And I want your elbow slightly lower than your shoulder, and I want your wrist slightly lower than your elbow, okay? So we're not here in line, it's slightly down, okay? That way it helps to keep our shoulders down a little bit. From here we're going to rotate round, so I want you to take your eye gaze with it, okay? So take it round and front, other side, round and front. Really important that you focus on drawing your tummy in. That way you're really looking after the back. Because if we let this rotation be too loose, you may overreach through the back area, which is not what we want. Round and round. I'm going to go another 30 seconds on the clock. Round, so try not to have these arms too high. Remember, elbows slightly lower than the shoulders, wrists slightly lower than the elbows. That's it. Breathing and that's it. We've got another 10 seconds. The legs on this chair are slightly too wide, so depending on how wide, I normally say the heels in line with the legs of the chair. If it's a dining room chair, then that's normally about right. This is a garden one, so it's a little bit wider. So legs slightly wider than hip width apart, okay? We're going to sit down onto that chair. You can take your weights if you want them, with or without the weights. And we're just going to front lift with the arms. And up, and down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. 6 more. 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Off with those arms, with the weights, drop them to one side. We're going to try and do single leg now. So we're going to bring the feet in a little bit, sitting down. Now, if you struggle to do this single leg, you can just have the toe and push through and up. Okay, so you can have the toe down on the front and push through and up. If you can do it without, then you push through that foot down and up. Okay, so we're going to go for 10 each leg. Okay, so just remember, eye gaze forward or eye gaze just forward to the floor. Try and focus on a spot, shoulders back and push up, up and control the down. And 2, control it on the way down. And 3, and down. And 4, so either with or without. 5, it's hard without trainers on. 6, and 7, so you're pushing through this hill. Go. 8, and touch the foot down if you need to. 9, and 10. Take it down, swap your legs. So other foot back, toe down if you need to, just to get you started. Pushing through that hill, push, up, and down. And 2, and down. 3, and 4, 5, 6. So really pushing into that heel of that supporting leg. And you've got 2 more to do. Last one. And down. Good. Okay. So we can get rid of the chair unless you want to do your press-ups to it. I'm going to show you the press-ups on the wall. If you want to use your chair, you can use the chair. If you want to go to the floor, you can go to the floor, okay? So whichever suits you. I'm going to do them on the wall. So if you've got a spare wall, we can do them here. Okay, so we're going to take our hands onto the wall, slightly wider than shoulder, and just taking the feet back a little bit so that I can wait there, okay? So trying to keep the elbows fairly inwards, not too splayed. And from here, breathe in and out, and push. And 2, and push. 3. So we're trying not to dip the body. And 4. And 5. So if you're doing your press-ups on the floor, that's fine. 6. Either full press-ups or on your knees. 7. And 8. And 9. 10. We're going to stay standing by the wall. You can do this on the floor. If you're already on the floor with your press-ups, you can do your knee tucks on the floor. From here, we're going to bring a knee in and down, and 2, and down. So I'm leaning into the wall, and 4, 5, 6, and really tucking that knee up, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Now from here, I'm going to take that leg back now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck and lift, tuck and lift, tuck and lift, tuck and lift. Number 5, pointing the toes. 6, point. 7 and 8, 9 and 10. We're going to change over now. So other leg, hands on that wall, and tucking, pointing the toe. Lift, in. So it's a little squeeze through your glutes. 3, don't arch the back. 4 and 5. So only lift as much as is comfortable. And 8, 9, 10, and bring that in. Roll the shoulders, just give them a little bit of shake. Shake the wrist, take some water if you need some. We're going to go back into our side reach. So slight bend in those knees. Tummy's drawn in, shoulders down, and this time we're going to reach it out and in. Same side. 2 and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. We're changing sides, so come upright first, check your position, slight bend in those knees, and out to the side. And 2, 3, 4, so it's a nice long line. 5, 6, the tummy's drawn in. 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and bring that back in. We're going back into our march. Try and relax the arms off a little bit, marching that through. That's it, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake the legs, shake the arms, have a little drink. Okay, well done. We're going to go back to our forward bends now, so we're going to start stretching this out now, going back into that forward bend. You can always use, if you wanted to, you can always use your chair for this. So as I fold forward, as I tuck my chin, fold forward, if I struggle going down the shin, I could always come a little bit closer to my chair, tuck that chin, and just take my hands down there and roll it back up. That's quite a nice way of doing it, by still getting that nice curve there, that nice bend through the spine, but you've got the chair there as a little bit of support. So just use these props. It's whatever which works for you. Okay, so forward bend here. So feet hip width apart, slight bend to the knee if you need to, or straight on the legs if you're a little bit more flexible. Okay, we start tucking that chin, breathe in, and as we breathe out, we tuck the chin, we start walking the hands down. Try not to push the hips back if you don't have to. Okay, really trying to keep on that same point. And up, we're going to bring the arms up now, up. And take them down. Tuck the chin. Reach. So each time, we're going to try and go a little bit lower and up. So again, you may need to bring those arms up and back, down. So you may need to start bending. In order to go a little bit lower, you might want a slight bend in your knee. And if that's the case, that's fine. Arms up. I can't actually reach my arms up as much as I want to here because this ceiling's too low. But do a nice stretch up. And down. And roll it up. Again, try and reach up, looking up. And we're going to go for one more. Roll it down. So see if you can get down towards the toes now. You might need a slight bend in that knee, that's fine. We're going to hold it there. Now just let the arms hang. Just let the head and the arms just hang. And whilst you're there, just let the arms do a small circles. Slight bend in the knee if it's more comfortable. Little circles round. Change direction with those arms. Just let those arms hang. They'll go into a gentle circle themselves. That just loosens up that shoulder joint. And bring the arms to a stop. Start to fold yourself very slowly up. Chin's the last thing to raise. Make sure you're not getting dizzy. And from there, we're going to take that right leg, push that heel down to the floor. So pushing back, push into that heel. As you do so, bring the arms around the front and try and extend them away a little bit. So just reaching away with the arms, nice and long through the body. And bring it back in, bring that foot in, take the other foot back, start to ease that heel down till you find that stretch. Again, bring the arms around, turn the hands now, palms out, and reach away. And again, if you get wobbly here, hold on to your chair, hold on to the wall, have something to help you out. And bring that leg back, bring the arms back, roll the shoulders. 3 times back and bring them forward 3 times, and then hold on to the wall if you need to, or the chair, taking one leg up behind, heel to the bottom, knees close together, and then try and push that hip forward of this bent leg. Get that stretch out of the front of the thigh. Okay, that's it. And release that leg down. Take the other leg up behind. Always hold round by your laces, not onto the toes. Push the hip forward. Increases that stretch on that leg. And we're going to release that leg down. Give the legs a shake. Give the arms a little shake. Okay, you are done for today. Well done. Thank you for joining, or anyone that is doing it at any time. Just to say, any of the classes that you're doing, once you've finished the class, send a thumbs up onto the screen, and then we will know then that you've done the class, and Simone can enter you in for the draw for the PT session. Okay, so try to remember to do that at the end of every class. Okay, well done. Who have I got? Hi Rose. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I will see you this week. We're back on Thursday for Tone Zone, so hopefully we'll see some of you then. Okay, take care. Bye.